bought quite a few books, okay? What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great and amazing day. In today's video, as you can see, your girl has bought her some books. From the title of this video, I have bought me just a couple, 10 plus books. I want to say about 4 or 5 of them you might have saw. So I think 4 of them, 3 of them you heard me talk about in my January TBR, the books that I plan on reading this month. I showed you one in that video as well that I said I might not be getting to, but I don't know. I'm still, you know, weighing my options if I'm going to get to that book this month. And then I believe 2 other ones at a different time, but it was in one of my vlogs, so you might have not checked that out, but I'm still including that in this book haul because, I mean, I don't know, because some of you guys might not watch that video, so you might have not known that I got those books. So yeah, and then some other ones you have not seen because some of them came from like book of the month and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this situated because I kind of have them all just scattered in my lap. It's a little chaotic down here, so I'm gonna go get this situated and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys all the books that I got for the new year in 2023. All right, you guys, I'm back. Had to get everything situated because I had so many books in my hand. I have about 13 books that I'm going to show you guys. Again, I told you in the beginning about 14 of them, not 14, excuse me, 4 of them I might have already showed you in another video, or I talked about them in my January TBR. So yeah, but the other ones you haven't seen, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys. Have this little book haul with you guys. Okay, I'm really excited because I'm actually really excited for some of these books. And some of these books, I'm kind of giving you guys a heads up as to like what video you should be expecting from me this month. Especially 3 books that I'm going to show you guys in this haul that I actually never thought I would ever like purchase, ever have on my library, never have on my, you know, shelves or anything like that. Yeah, but we'll get to that later. But I'm going to go ahead and start off with my first book. This is currently the first book that I am reading today as of now. And it is also a book that I showed you guys in my January TBR. I can say for the most part, your girl is pretty much sticking to her TBR. You know, I'm proud of myself. I want to give myself a pat on the back because, you know, I always show you guys some books in my, you know, monthly TBRs. And then when it comes down to my wrap up, for some reason, they're not connecting for some reason. I don't know why. My mood just switches around, and so I don't feel like reading those books, but I'm kind of sort of sticking to my, you know, my TBR. So this first book I'm going to show you guys in this book haul is going to be Hypothesis by Miss Ali Hazelwood. I am currently reading this as of right now. I believe I'm on chapter 5. So far I am enjoying this book. This is a fake dating trope book. I don't want to get into too much explanation of this book because I feel like you guys already know a lot about this book. If anything, I'm the one late to the party because you know, I try my best just a little bit, if popular TikTok books and stuff like that, just because I feel like, again, if it is extremely overhyped, then I'll try to stay away from it until I just can't handle it anymore and try to see if the hype is worth it. So far I am enjoying this book. I am enjoying Adam. I'm enjoying him. I'm not gonna lie. He's kinda cute. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so that's the first book I'm gonna show you guys in this book haul. Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, excuse me. I'm starting to think, should I do my I think I'm going to show my hardcover books first. I just showed you guys this one first because this is currently the book that I'm reading. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my hardcover books first. So yeah. Alrighty, so the next book I'm going to show you guys is actually one of the books that I got in my book of the month box this month. It is an add-on from last year book of the year finalist. It is A Flicker in the Dark by Miss Stacy Willingham. I got this because I've heard extremely good things about this book, and again, like I said, this was last year's book of the year finalist. It didn't win. Another book won, which I'm going to actually end up showing you guys in this book haul as well because I got it. But basically I'm just gonna go ahead and read you the synopsis for the books I feel like you guys might not know about. So for this book, it says, when Chloe Davis was 12, 6 teenage girls went missing in her small Louisiana town. By the end of the summer, her own father had confessed to the crimes and was put away for life, leaving Chloe and the rest of her family to grapple with the truth and try to move forward while dealing with the aftermath. Now, 20 years later, Chloe is a psychologist in Baton Rouge and getting ready for her wedding. While she finally has fragile grasp on the happiness she's worked so hard to achieve, she sometimes feels as out of control of her own life as the troubled teens who are her patients. So when a local teenage girl goes missing and then another, that terrifying summer comes crashing back. Is she paranoid, seeing parallels from her past that aren't actually there? Or, for the second time in her life, is Chloe about to unmask a killer? From debut author Stacey Willingham comes a masterfully done, lyrically thriller, certain to be the launch of an amazing career. A flicker in the dark is eerily compelling to the very last page. So yeah, that's pretty much what A Flicker in the Dark. Yeah. Alrighty, the next book that I have for you guys is another book from Book of the Month that I got from this month's box, and it is actually a book from last month, from December. I was actually debating to get this book or the other book that I ended up getting, which I believe I showed you guys. I believe All the Dangerous Things was actually the option for last month pick, December, and I actually ended up getting that. That's the Stacey Willingham's mystery thriller, but this was also one of the chosen options, and I decided not to get it just because I felt like it was like, you know, too much of a Christmas theme, and I'm not really that type of person that likes to read books that is based on Christmas or, you know, stuff like that. But I decided to get it anyway because when I thought more about it, the synopsis sounded really, really good. But basically, the book is Kiss Her Once for Me by Miss Allison Cochran. Okay, Miss Allison Cochran. I'm gonna hope that's her name. It is Kiss Her Once for Me. You guys probably have heard so much about it, especially last month, because last month was obviously December. It was Christmas, so a lot of people read this book. They probably got this for their Book of the Month option. So basically, the synopsis reads: 1 year ago, recent Portland transplant Ellie Oliver had her dream job in animations at a Christmas Eve bookstore meet cute with a woman she fell in love with over the course of a single night. But after a betrayal the next morning and the loss of her job soon after, she finds herself adrift, alone and desperate for money. Since finding work at a local coffee shop, she's just getting through the days until Andrew, the shop's landlord, proposes a shocking drunken plan, a marriage of convenience that will give him his recent inheritance and alleviate Ellie's financial woes and isolation. They decide to spend their holidays together at his family's cabin to keep up the ruse. But when Andrew introduces his new fiance to his sister, Ellie is shocked to discover that his sister is Jack, the mysterious woman she fell for last Christmas Eve. Now, over one very festive week, Ellie must choose between the safety of a fake relationship and the risk of something real. It sounds really cute. It sounds really adorable. I heard it was no spice in it, which I'm not mad about, but it just sounds really cute. So, you know, how could you be mad about there not being spice? Yeah, so again, this is another book I have on haul. Kiss Her Once for Me by Allison Cochran. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, y'all. Also, I want to say, if you hear like any thundering, your girl, it's going to rain. I'm trying to get this video, like try to record it really quick because it's going to rain and I don't want like the lights to go out and stuff. So let me just, you know, I'm trying to go fast for you guys. But yeah, if you hear that, that's what's going on. Alrighty, you guys. Now this book, I got some things to say. Haven't read it yet. This is actually the book that I told you guys that won the Book of the Month little you know, they have every, oh my god, y'all, I have to hurry up. It happens every year basically where Book of the Month picks the top book out of all their selections. This book won, but this is not from Book of the Month. I actually got this from Amazon, but you guys probably know it is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Miss Gabrielle Zevin. Yes, you guys probably know the hassle it is to get this book. It takes so long for you to get it from Amazon. Oh god, my lights are flickering. Oh my god. Okay, it takes so long. Okay, it takes so long for the books to come. It actually came quicker than the time they told me it was gonna come, but it did take a while for it to come. Honestly, it came quicker than it said it was gonna come, which I'm very happy for. But it did say like if you order it now, you're gonna have to wait a week and a half or so to get it. And then I know like Barnes and Noble and certain locations, like it's out of stock. Like for some reason, I've heard so many good things about this book. And so it was rated like the best book of 2022. So I'm like, okay, I really got to get my hands on it because first of all, it's about video games. You guys know I have a gaming channel, so I love me some video games. And then it's supposed to be like another way of like a romance story, if you will. So I'm all for that as well because that's one of my favorite like genres of books. So those two together something that I need to be having and need to be reading about. So for the synopsis, it reads, "On a bitter cold day in the December of his junior year at Harvard, Sam Mercer exits a subway car and sees, amid the hordes of people waiting on the platform, Sadie Green. He calls her name. For a moment she pretends she hasn't heard him, but then she returns and the game begins, a legendary collaboration that will launch them to stardom. These friends, intimate since childhood, borrow money, beg favors, and before even graduating college, they have created their first blockbuster, Ichigo." I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. "Overnight, the world is theirs. Not even 25 years old, Sam and Sadie are brilliant, successful, and rich, but these qualities won't protect them from their own creative ambitions or the betrayals of their hearts. Spanning 30 years from Cambridge, Massachusetts to Venice Beach, California, and lands in between and far beyond. Gabrielle Zevin's Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow is a dazzling and intricately imagined novel that examines the multifarious nature of identity, disability, failure, the redemption possibilities in play, and above all, our need to connect, to be loved, and to love. Yes, it is a love story, but it's not one you have read before." So yeah, again, that's the synopsis for Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Miss Gabrielle Zevin. So I'm really excited to read this. I didn't include this in my January TBR because I didn't have the actual book to say it, but I kind of think I might get into this month, hopefully. If not, definitely February. And the cover, it's so good. Look at that spine. Like, the spine is so adorable. Like, I cannot understand why that is so cute. Okay, like, it looks so cute on my bookshelf. I'm sorry, it's so adorable. So yeah, so the next book that I have for you guys is going to be Lunar Love by Lauren Kung Jessen. This is again another book from the book of the month. This was actually one of the book options, the main book options that you can pick. You know, that give you like 5 or 6 options to pick for your box. This was one of them, and I picked this one, Lunar Love. Basically, the synopsis reads, Olivia Hung Huang, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, I'm sorry, excited / terrified to be taking over her grandmother's matchmaking business. But when she learns that a new dating app has made her Popo's traditional Chinese zodiac approach all about animal attraction, her emotions skew more towards furious / outrage, especially when LA's most eligible bachelor, Bennett O'Brien, is behind the app that could destroy her family's legacy. Liv knows better than to fall for any guy, let alone the infuriatingly handsome one who believes that traditions are meant to be broken. As the two businesses go head to head, Bennett and Liv made a deal. They'll find a match for each other, and whoever falls in love loses. But Liv is dealing with someone who's already adept at stealing business ideas, so what's stopping him from stealing her heart too? Okay, so let's go ahead. That's the synopsis for Lunar Love. It sounds really, really adorable and really, really cute. I do want to get into this soon, but yeah, I don't think I'll get to it this month anyway. And plus, I didn't include this in my TBR. I'm so sorry, you guys. You hear all the noises. It's gonna rain. I'm trying to hurry up. But yeah, it's Lunar Love. This sounds really adorable. Alright, you guys. Next book and the last book that I have in hardback for you guys is gonna be none other than, and this is actually a book that I talked to you guys about in my January TBR, and this is a book that I actually have finished, so I will be talking more about this book in my wrap up. It's none other than Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm not going to say any more. I'm just going to say come back if you're not subscribed already, or turn on the notification bell if you want to get all my feelings for this book in the wrap up, my January wrap up, because I finished this book already. All I'm going to say now is 10 out of 10. Highly would recommend. And I know it's early in the year, so it's hard to be like, oh my god, my best book for 2023. But this has definitely made that list already, and it's only January. I know that sounds crazy, but this book has already made the list for top book of 2023 for me. And I know this came out in last year, August something 2022. So it came out last year. This has already made my list as top book for 2023. Like, not like the only book, but you know, like last year I presented a video with you guys talking about my favorite books of 2022. This year, when I make a video at the end of the year for my best books of 2023, this book will be on that list. I'm just giving you guys the heads up now. Taylor Jenkins Reid did what she had to do. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I ain't gonna say no more. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Alrighty, so now The only pile I have left is for books that are paperback. Again, for these, maybe 4 or 5 you've already seen. I don't know. It depends on if you watch my reading vlog or if you have seen my TBR. Having brain farts, y'all. Alright, first book that I showed you guys in another video in my vlogs, but if you haven't seen it, you'll be seeing it in this book haul. It's going to be Archer's Voice by Miss Mia Sheridan. Y'all know I'm not good with names, okay? But Archer's Voice, this is like a very popular like BookTok book. Hence the reason why I got it, just because I heard so many good things about it, and then it was like a romance, I believe. So I was like, let me try it out. So the synopsis basically reads, I wanted to lose myself in the small town of Pelham, Maine, to forget everything I had left behind. The sound of rain, the blood, the coldness of a gun against my skin. For 6 months, each breath has been a reminder that I survived and my dad didn't. I'm almost safe again, but the moment I meet Archer Hale, my entire world tilts on its axis and never rights itself again. Until I trespass into his strange, silent, and isolated world, Archer communicates with no one, yet in his whiskey-colored eyes, something intangible happens between us. There is so much more to him than just his beauty, his presence, or the way his hands communicate with me, on me. But his town is mirrored in secrets and betrayals, and Archer is the explosive center of it all. So much passion and so much hurt, but it's in Archer's silence that we might just find what we need to heal and to live. So yes, that is Archer's Voice, a love story by Miss Mia Sheridan. I'm really excited to get into this. I do plan on getting into this early in this year, but yeah, that is Archer's Voice. Okay, next video book that I have for you guys is going to be The Second Time We Met by Miss Frances Messiah Williams. I just saw this in another booktuber's YouTube video. She was showing us her bookshelves. I forgot her name. I'll put it somewhere in the video, or I'll have it in the cards up above or in the description box. But I saw it on her shelf that she had like these floating shelves categorized by color, and so I saw this in her orange section. I was like, this is cute. It's like an orange yellowish section, and I thought this was a really cute book. It looked like a cute cover, so let me check it out. So I got it, and basically that's honestly truly the reason why I got this book, is because it looked really cute. I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I did read the synopsis off of Amazon, but that's pretty much it. So basically the synopsis reads, recovering from heartbreak, unlucky in love, events manager Kara has vowed to avoid relationships. That is until fate throws her into the path of handsome and kind Henry, who is worlds apart from the men she's dated before. Unfortunately, this encounter is short-lived when Kara misses her coach home, and with it, any chance of seeing him again. But fate is not finished with the mismatched couple when Kara literally bumps into Henry a second time at a work event. The run-in leaves them with feelings instead of bruises, and they can't wait another day before seeing each other again. Yet it soon becomes clear how deeply different their worlds are. Kara's drama-filled African and Caribbean family couldn't be further from Henry's family of wealth lords and ladies. With interfering relatives, problem friends, and an inconvenient ex-boyfriend attempting a comeback, everything seems stacked against the two new lovebirds. This is no straightforward love story. Kara and Henry will have to get creative with romance if they stand any chance of beating the odds to win their happy ever after. The Second Time We Met is a hilarious and heartwarming romance, perfect for anyone who believes in second chances. So this is again a second chance romance. I've technically never really read a second chance romance, have I? No, I don't think I have. So this is actually my first time reading a second chance romance, and to like figure out how I really feel about that. But yeah, again, this is The Second Time We Met by Frances Messiah I don't know if I pronounced her name right, Williams. Alrighty, so the next book that I have for you guys is again by another author that I've already talked to you guys about in this video, but it's none other than Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've heard really great things about this book, but then I've also heard some other things about this book that is not too good, and I think this is why I've been so hesitant to get into this book, because again, I've already read Carrie Soto Is Back and I loved it. I also read Daisy Jones and the Six, and I really enjoyed it. And so it's like, I've really been on my whole Taylor Jenkins Reid's, you know, train, if I will say so myself. I've been enjoying her book, really, and her writing. But when I've heard some, like, iffy, you know, feelings towards this book, I was originally going to jump into this book right after I finished Carrie Soto Is Back. And I actually showed you guys this in my TBR. I held it up, but I didn't put it into like, oh, I'm going to read it this month. You know what I'm saying? I just showed you guys the book. But yeah, this is going to be in this book haul because, again, I just got it. And I'm still contemplating if I'm ever going to read it now because I'm scared. Because I just don't know how I'm going to feel. You know? Maybe I should just, you know, just toughen up and read it and just, you know, thug it out. But I don't know. I think we're gonna eventually get to this. I don't know. I'm debating. I'm looking at some other Taylor Jenkins Reid books that I might get into before I read this. I enjoy how all her books kind of connect to each other because because again, I already read Daisy Jones and the Six. So when I was reading Carrie Soto Is Back, she mentioned Daisy Jones and the Six in that book, and I was like, I love that. I love that. I love how they all kind of connect. And I think her Malibu Rising book connects with these as well. I was looking into getting that, but you know, I'm debating. I'm thinking about it. Okay, I don't need to be getting no more books, to be honest with you, but it all just depends. Okay, but yeah, that's this book, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Y'all, it's raining. Let me hurry up, y'all. Let me hurry up. Alrighty, so again, this is another little popular book on BookTok. This is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I got it honestly because the cover looks really, really cute. It does. It looks adorable. And plus, I know it's another book. She made a second book to this, and so I've heard really good things about it. And can we just talk about how small the font is for a second? Why is the font this small? That should be a crime, to be honest with you. It should not be that small. And the fact that it's like how many pages? Like 557 pages worth of reading, and the text is so freaking small. So girl, this better be a good book. Like, just a whole movie right here. But anyways, basically the synopsis read: bearded bad boy Barbara Knox. Okay, that alliteration I'm not feeling. Bearded bad boy Barbara Knox prefers to live his life the way he takes his coffee, alone. Unless you count his basset hound, Waylon. Knox doesn't tolerate drama even when it comes in the form of a stranded runaway bride. Naomi wasn't just running away from her wedding, she was riding to the rescue of her estranged twin to Knockmount, Virginia, a rough around the edges town where disputes are settled the old-fashioned way, with fist and beer, usually in that order. Too bad for Naomi, her evil twin hasn't changed at all. After helping herself to Naomi's car in cash, Tina leaves her with something unexpected, the niece Naomi didn't know she had. Now she's stuck in town with no car, no job, no plan, no home, with an 11-year-old going on 30 to take care of. There's a reason Knox doesn't do complications or high maintenance women, especially not the romantic ones. But since Naomi's life imploded right in front of him, the least he can do is help her out of her jam. And just as soon as she stops getting into new trouble, he can leave her alone and get back to his peaceful, solitary life. At least that's the plan until the trouble turns to real danger. Things We Never Got Over, again by Lucy Score. Sounds really good. I believe it's like a small town. Is it slow burn? I mean, it might as well be slow burn with how many pages it is. And y'all know damn well I don't like slow burn, okay? But I'll give it a try because it sounds like really cute, and it's like a small town, and the cover's really cute. And if I like it, I'll get the second book, and that other one's pink, so that's really cute, and it will look really cute on my bookshelf. So yeah, and do y'all hear that rain? It's raining, but that's okay because I got 3 books left, and it's from the same author, and it's honestly from the author I thought I would never have any books from. But I'm kind of giving you guys a heads up as to what video you should be expecting from this channel next. All right, y'all, these are some very, very, very highly recommended, highly favored books, but they're also highly controversial. So I'm kind of really excited to, like, you know, read these because I plan on doing a reading vlog of these books, and you'll be getting it this month. Can you guess the author? Before I even put books up, can you guess? If I say highly controversial, or also like highly favored, a lot of people like them, a lot of people recommend them, you'll see them everywhere, you see the author everywhere. Just guess what the author is. Guess the books. I'll let you do that. I'll wait. Give you a little ASMR with the rain in the background. Okay, you finished? You guess? hold on, I'm not finished. Hold on, I'm still not finished. Okay, I'm finished now. I got November 9, Ugly Love, and It Ends With Us, all by Colleen Hoover. Okay, let me say this. I never thought in a million years that I would ever get a book from her. Just because, you know, it's so many different reviews from her, and I know you should always try to read it yourself to get your own impressions of it, because everybody has different tastes. But it's so weird how it's never somebody like dead in the middle. It's always someone who's like, oh my gosh, she's so amazing, she writes so great, and you know, books are just so good, and her characters is amazing. And then you have the other people on the other side who are saying she normalizes and romanticizes toxic relationships. It's crazy how it's just like people are like either over here who say she's fantastic at writing romance novels, and then you have some people over here who's like she romanticizes toxic people. You know, it's crazy how as people we interpret romance completely different. You know, it's crazy, you know. But you know, everybody's can have their own opinion on that. That's on you. That ain't none of my business. But listen, I got 3 of her books. It was like a little deal, I guess. So you can get like all 3 of these for like 20 something, I believe. 20 something dollars from Amazon. So that's what I did, because I do plan on actually doing a reading vlog. A reading vlog of me reading these an entire week. A week of Colleen Hoover, because this year, you know, I want to get, you know, different. I want to get out of the box. You know, I want to read books that I never expected to read. Like, again, if Things We Never Got Over is actually a slow burn, then that would be something out of the box for me too, because y'all know I do not like no slow burns. So maybe, you know, I'm trying different things this year, just, you know, spice it up, you know, for my reading, you know, experience, if I do say so myself. So again, I have It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. It says, Lily hasn't always had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life she wants. She comes a long way from the small town in Maine where she grew up. She graduated from college, moved to Boston, and started her own business. So when she feels a spark with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Ryle Kincaid, everything in Lily's life suddenly seems almost too good to be true. Riley is assertive, stubborn, maybe even a little arrogant. He's also sensitive, brilliant, and has a total soft spot for Lily, but Riley's complete aversion to relationships is disturbing. As questions about her new relationship overwhelm her, so do thoughts of Atlas Corrigan, her first love, and a link to the past she left behind. He was her kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Rye, y'all, oh my god, I don't have time. Y'all know what this damn book is about, okay? Y'all know what all her books is about. I'm not reading the synopsis for anyone, because y'all see the lights flickering. It's raining, cats and dogs. I gotta hurry up and get off of here. I wanted to record this really quick because I wanted to show you guys the books I've gotten over this past month. But again, November 9, Colleen Hoover, It Ends With Us, and Ugly Love. And y'all, that's it. That's pretty much, that's all the books I have for you guys, I promise. That's all the books that I have this month that I bought. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was really quick and rushed, but again, if it wasn't for the rain, I would try to talk a little bit more, but y'all saw the light was flickering, and I don't want the lights to shut off on me while I'm recording this. So I hope you guys have a great and amazing day whenever you're watching this. If you guys are currently, you know, in Georgia and you're experiencing this rain as well, you know, make sure your shit's charged up, girl, because it's thundering out here. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Y'all hear that?